morning, children. This is lecture 3 of chapter solutions. In lecture 2, we have completed positive deviation. Now, in this lecture, we will study about negative deviation, constant boiling or azeotropic mixture, and relative lowering of vapor pressure. What is negative deviation? It is just the opposite of positive deviation. That is, when the vapor pressure of a solution is lower than that calculated on the basis of Raoult's law, the solution is said to show negative deviation from Raoult's law. Even the vapor pressure of the individual component of such solution show negative deviation from Raoult's law. The example of the solutions which are showing negative deviation than Raoult's law: water hydrochloric acid, water nitric acid, chloroform benzene, chloroform ether, chloroform acetone, acetic acid pyridine, acetone and aniline. These all the solutions are showing negative deviation from Raoult's law. Explanation of negative deviation. The negative deviation is shown by those liquid pairs A and B, where A, B are the components of the liquid which is forming the solution, for which AB interaction is stronger than both AA or BB intermolecular attractions. It is just the reverse of the positive deviation. In positive deviation, we have seen that AB interaction is weaker than both AA and BB intermolecular attraction. In negative deviation, AB interaction is stronger. It's stronger than both AA or BB intermolecular attraction. Thus, escaping tendency of the liquids A and B will be less in the solution, because in the solution this AB interaction is stronger than AA or BB intermolecular attraction. In case of chloroform and acetone, the molecule linked together through hydrogen bonding. Just see the figure. This is acetone and this is chloroform. They are linked with the hydrogen bonding. The hydrogen bonding reduces the escape tendency of both acetone and chloroform, which also lowers the vapor pressure of the solution as compared to the calculated value obtained from Raoult's law. Am I clear to you? So naturally it will show a negative deviation. Now this is the graph showing the negative deviation. Now, as you know that these dotted lines, that is RQ, PS and RS, these are the three lines which are the lines given by Raoult's law. The line 1, 2 and 3, these are the observed curves which are below the dotted lines. So they are showing negative deviation. The vapor pressure curve of solution shows a minimum at point M. In this point, this is the vapor pressure curve of solution. This is showing minimum at this point. This point is M point. Okay, where its vapor pressure is lower than PB naught or PA naught. That is the vapor pressure of the component B and A in their pure state respectively. This is the vapor pressure curve of the solution which is showing a minimum at point M. That point lies below PB naught or PA naught. In negative deviation, delta H mixing is less than 0 and delta V mixing is also less than 0. What is the explanation for this? For forming the solution with the component A and B, more energy released during the formation, which is greater than the energy which is required for breaking the bond of the similar type of molecule, that is AA or BB. So that means when the solution is forming with the component A and B, more energy is released. As energy is released, the process is exothermic, and as the process is exothermic, delta H mixing is negative. Okay. AB molecular interaction is stronger than AA or BB interaction. So there is a decrease in the volume also. As the molecular interaction of the solution which is formed by A and B, that is stronger than AA bonding or BB bonding interaction, so there is a decrease in the volume and it results to delta V mixing is less than 0. It is just reverse of positive deviation. Constant boiling or azeotropic mixture. Some solutions, non-ideal solutions, they are showing deviation from Raoult's law. We are having two types of deviation, positive deviation and negative deviation. Now in positive deviation, we have seen that there are two types of positive deviation, type 1 and type 2. Type 2 positive deviation and negative deviation, they shows a particular property of the solution which is known as constant boiling or azeotropic mixture. What is that? We will discuss this here in this slide. Solution containing two miscible liquids, you all know that the solution containing two miscible liquids can be separated by fractional distillation. This you all know. In case of normal fractional distillation, what is happening? Fractional distillation is based on the fact that vapor pressure obtained on boiling a binary solution contains a higher percentage of more volatile liquid. You all know about it. If two miscible liquids we want to separate it, then the more volatile liquid is coming out first. So the vapor pressure which we are getting by the help of fractional distillation, that vapor pressure obtained on boiling a binary solution, naturally it will contain a higher percentage of more volatile liquid. Distillate that we are getting after fractional distillation is richer in more volatile component, and it boils at a different temperature than that of the solution. The solution which is undergoing for fractional distillation, after the distillation, the distillate that we are getting, that distillate will have a different boiling point than that of the solution. But this is not true for all binary solution. This is not true for all binary solution. Several binary solutions at definite composition you are mixing two miscible liquids. So there should be a definite composition. At a particular composition, some of the binary solutions get distilled without change in composition. That means the composition which is coming out as distillate, that is also having the same amount which is present in the solution. This means that the distillate and the original solution have same composition and they also boil at same temperature. If it is having a same composition, they will boil at a same temperature. That means solution and the distillate, both of their boiling point will be same because the composition is same. This is a particular property, typical property of some of the binary solution. At a particular composition, the distillate is having the same boiling point as that of the solution. Such solutions are known as azeotropic mixture or constant boiling mixture. Am I clear? See the definition. The solution of completely miscible liquid. Now we are talking about completely miscible liquid, homogeneous, which boils at a constant temperature like a pure liquid. That means it will behave as a pure liquid and distill over without any change in composition is called azeotropic mixture or constant boiling mixture. I hope you have understood. At a particular composition, the distillate and the solution both are having the same composition, so both of them will boil at a constant temperature. This is known as azeotropic mixture and they are also known as constant boiling mixture. A very typical example, a mixture of ethyl alcohol and water which contain 95.57% of ethyl alcohol. If we can take a solution of ethyl alcohol and water where the percentage of ethyl alcohol is 95.57% and the rest is water, is an azeotropic mixture. If you can form this type of mixture, then it is forming an azeotropic mixture, which means that both original solution and the distillate have 95.57% of C2H5OH and both distillate and original solution boils at 357.15 Kelvin. I hope you all have understood what is azeotropic mixture. Whatever we have discussed till now, it is given in a summarized form. Just see here, only non-ideal solutions form azeotropic mixture. Now, non-ideal solution which is showing positive deviation, it is of two types, type 1 and type 2. Positive deviations is of two types, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 does not form azeotropic mixture at any concentration. It does not form azeotropic mixture at any concentration and may be fully separated by fractional distillation. Type 2 forms azeotropic mixture at a definite composition which is called minimum boiling azeotropic mixture. They are called minimum boiling azeotropic mixture, that is coming from type 2 positive deviation. Non-ideal solution exhibiting negative deviation forms maximum boiling azeotropic mixture at a definite composition. So what we are getting? Positive deviation, there are two types, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 will not show any azeotropic mixture. They can be separated by fractional distillation. Type 2 positive deviation forms azeotropic mixture at a definite composition, which is called minimum boiling azeotropic mixture, and the negative deviation of a non-ideal solution forms maximum boiling azeotropic mixture at a definite composition. Now we will discuss about the minimum boiling azeotropic mixture and maximum boiling azeotropic mixture. Minimum boiling point azeotropic mixture. This type of azeotropic mixture are formed by type 2 non-ideal solution that is showing positive deviation, where the vapor pressure of the solution is higher than the vapor pressure of the individual pure components, and the solution has a maximum vapor pressure at a certain composition. Let us consider that point is point M. This already we have discussed. In type 2 non-ideal solution, which is showing the positive deviation, there the vapor pressure of the solution is higher than the vapor pressure of the individual components. Okay, and at point M it is showing the maximum vapor pressure, and for a particular composition of A and B, this is shown by figure A, that is P-chi diagram. Vapor pressure and mole fraction diagram. You have seen this graph, figure A, you have seen when we have discussed type 2 positive deviation. Now you see in figure B, solutions with higher vapor pressure will obviously boil at lower temperature. The solution which is having a higher vapor pressure, that means its boiling point is low, and that is why it will boil at a lower temperature. So naturally its vapor pressure is high. See, this figure B is showing you the graph, that is boiling point and mole fraction graph. Okay, so figure B, the solution with the composition at point M, this is the point M, which boils at a minimum temperature. Now you can see here, as the vapor pressure of this type of solution, the vapor pressure is maximum. Vapor pressure is maximum because its boiling point is low. Boiling point is low. So it is the vapor pressure is maximum at point M. Naturally, its boiling point is low. So this M point, in this M point is the boiling point of the solution, and M point is the boiling point of the vapor also, that means the distillate. And this point, these two are same, the boiling point of the vapor as well as the boiling point of the solution for this particular composition of A and B. Am I clear to you? So this point M is known as minimum boiling point azeotropic mixture. This is an azeotropic mixture where the boiling point of the solution and the boiling point of the distillate, here the distillates means vapor, the boiling point of the distillates, both are same. So this is the point M point. This is the minimum boiling point temperature where the boiling point of the solution and the boiling point of the vapor both are same, and for this particular composition which we can get from this line, that is mole fraction axis, this x-axis. So this, at this composition, this boiling point of the solution and the boiling point of the vapor, they are showing the same temperature. They both of these two things are boiling, and this point is known as minimum boiling azeotropic mixture. I hope you have understood that. I hope you have understood. Okay. Maximum boiling point azeotropic mixture. Non-ideal solutions showing negative deviation exhibit this type of azeotropic mixture. Now see peak eye diagram. This is the peak eye diagram, vapor pressure versus mole fraction peak eye diagram for negative deviation. This is given by figure A. The solution shows vapor pressure less than what would have been calculated from Raoult's law. We have already discussed this when we have discussed the negative deviation. The curves 1, 2 and 3, they are lying below the graph which we are getting from Raoult's law. So they are showing the negative deviation. The solution has a minimum vapor pressure at a composition corresponding to M. This point M, this is lying in solution, observed solution curve, that is in line 3. This point, it is having a minimum vapor pressure of the solution for this particular composition. This is the composition. In this point, we are getting this composition, we are getting the solution is having a minimum vapor pressure. If it is having a minimum vapor pressure, that means its boiling point is maximum. The boiling point of that solution is maximum at that particular composition of A and B. Now you see the second diagram, that is figure B, where it is shown the boiling point and the mole fraction graph. The solution at lower vapor pressure should boil at higher temperature. As I told you, the solution which is having a lower vapor pressure, that should boil at a higher temperature. Okay, now here in this graph, figure B, the point M, this point is having the maximum boiling point, because in this point M, it is having the minimum vapor pressure. So that means in this particular composition, it is having a maximum boiling point. And M is the point where the boiling point of the vapor and the boiling point of the solution or that particular composition of A and B, this M, the boiling point, is same at point M. And so it is forming an azeotropic mixture. Okay, but this composition corresponds to maximum boiling point azeotropic mixture. I hope it is clear to you. How to calculate the mole fraction of two components A and B in vapor? As we know that PV is equals to nRT for an ideal gas. Now from here, PAV, that means it is the partial vapor pressure of component A. PAV is equals to nART and PBV is equals to nBRT. Now from here, PA by PA plus PB, I'm finding out the mole fraction, PA by PA plus PB is equals to nART by nART plus nBRT. If we'll calculate from here, we will get Na by Na plus Nb mole fraction of A. Okay, and similarly PB by PA PL plus PB is equals to NB by NA plus NB, that is the mole fraction of B. Now we have come to the first colligative property, that is relative lowering of vapor pressure. We have already seen that the vapor pressure of a volatile solvent gets lowered when a non-volatile solute is dissolved in it. Let us see what is the expression that we are getting when we are finding out the relative lowering of vapor pressure. Let us suppose the vapor pressure of the pure solvent is P0 and vapor pressure of the solution is P for a non-volatile solute. Now, P0 is greater than P because P0 is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. Naturally, it will be more than the vapor pressure of the solution. So, how much is the lowering of vapor pressure? Lowering of vapor pressure is P0 minus P. It is a relative term. We have to compare with something. So, relative lowering of vapor pressure is equals to P0 minus P by P0. So, this you have to remember. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is equals to P0 minus P by P0. Or P0 minus P by P0 is equals to chi B, that is chi solute. We have already discussed about this one. Okay, where B is taken as solute. So, relative lowering of vapor pressure, this is relative lowering of vapor pressure is equals to the mole fraction of the solute, that is chi B. If small n moles of solute is dissolved in capital N moles of solvent, then this P0 minus P by P0 is equal to chi B, that is relative lowering of vapor pressure formula, can be written in this way also because chi B is the mole fraction of the solute. So it can be replaced by small n plus capital N. Now, if small w is the mass of the solute, capital W is the mass of the solvent, M dash is the molecular mass of the solute and capital M is the molecular mass of the solvent, then small n can be written as small w by M dash and capital N can be written as capital W by capital M. Just replace n is equals to W by M dash and capital N is equals to capital W by M in this equation. Suppose this is equation number 1. Just replace n and n value in terms of W and M in equation number 1. Then we are getting this formula. Now, if you know the relative lowering of vapor pressure and mass of the solute, mass of the solvent, molecular mass of the solvent, then you can find out M dash, that is molecular mass of the solute. For very dilute solution, if the number of moles of the solute is much less than the number of moles of the solvent, then it can be written as N plus M should be nearly equal to capital N. Now the expression for relative lowering of vapor pressure, that is P0 minus P by P0 is equals to N by N plus N, can be written as P0 minus P by P0 is equals to N by only capital N. Now this also can be written like this. So the expression for relative lowering of vapor pressure, we are getting P0 minus P by P0 is equals to small w by M dash into capital M by capital W. This is the expression for relative lowering of vapor pressure. Let us solve some numericals. Numerical number 1. The vapor pressure of pure benzene at a certain temperature is 200 millimeter of mercury. Pure benzene. Okay, that means the vapor pressure of benzene in pure form, that is P0, is equals to 200 millimeter of mercury. At the same temperature, the vapor pressure of a solution containing 2 milligram of non-volatile, non-electrolytic solid in 78 gram of benzene is 195 millimeter of mercury. So many things are given here. You have to find out the molecular weight of the solid. Now let us see the solution. Vapor pressure of pure benzene P0 is equals to 200 millimeter of mercury. That is given here. I told you that 200 millimeter of mercury. The vapor pressure of pure benzene. Vapor pressure of the solution is 195 millimeter of mercury. Where the benzene is also there, some other solute is also there. Okay, so this is 195 millimeter of mercury. Now mass of the solute, this is given 2 milligram. So mass of the solute is 2 milligram. Mass of the solvent is 78 gram of benzene. So it is 78 gram. Molecular mass of benzene, you have to calculate C6H6. It is coming 78 only. You have to find out molecular mass or weight of the solid M. That means capital M you have to calculate. Since the amount of the solute is much less than the solvent, 2 gram in 78 gram of benzene. So the solution can be considered as dilute solution. This is very important line. Okay. So my formula will be P0 minus P by P0 is equals to N by capital N, which is equals to W by M dash into M by capital M by capital W. Everything is given except M dash. Just put all the datas, fill the datas and find out the value of M dash, which is coming 80. This is the answer. Okay. Next solution, urea forms an ideal solution in water. Determine the vapor pressure of an aqueous solution containing 10% by mass of urea at 40 degrees centigrade. Vapor pressure of water at 40 degrees centigrade is given, that is 55.3 millimeter of mercury. That means what are the things given? Vapor pressure of water, that is pure solvent P0, is 55.3 millimeter of mercury. Okay. Let the solvent is water, that is A, and solute urea, that is B. Because it is given, determine the vapor pressure of an aqueous solution. That means your solvent is water. Okay, since the solution is 10% by mass, it is given here 10% by mass. It is containing urea. So 10 gram urea present in 100 grams of water. 100 grams of the solution, urea solution. In the urea solution, 10 gram is the urea present. So the percentage of water is 90. So it is 90 gram water is present in the solution. If the solution is total 100, then 10% by mass of urea, that means 10 gram is urea and 90 gram is water. Okay, so mass of urea is 10 gram, mass of water is 90 gram. Now molecular mass of urea, the formula of urea is NH2CONH2, it is coming 60, and molecular mass of water is coming 18. You have to need all these for doing the calculation. So mass and moles of urea is equals to 10 by 60 because 10 gram urea, we have taken 10%, so 10 gram urea. Weight by molecular weight, so 10 by 60, which is coming 0.167, and mass of water is equals to 90 gram of water divided by 18 is the molecular mass of water, so we are getting 5, that is number of moles of water. So mole fraction of urea Chi B is equals to 0.167 divided by 0.167 plus 5. So it is coming 0.032 because the Chi B is equals to N by N plus N. Okay. So from Raoult's law, we know this is the formula. P naught minus P by P naught is equals to Chi B, where P naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and P is the vapor pressure of the solution. You have to find out the vapor pressure of the solution. So P you don't know. So 55.3 is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent, that is the water, minus P by 55.3 is equals to, we got Chi B, the value of Chi B is equals to this one. The value of Chi B is equals to this one we have got, 0.032. So just put it here and find the value of P, that is coming 53.5 millimeter of mercury. This is the answer. Children, we have discussed two numericals here. So please solve these numericals on your own in your notebook. Along with this, we are coming to the end of lecture 3. In the next lecture, we shall discuss about another colligative property of the solution, that is elevation of boiling point.